Known for its beautiful lake views and cool summer breezes, Menor Beach Park has long been one of Menor's most popular parks. Its history dates back to 1899, when Menor Township purchased the park from Anna Hopkins for $7,500. The original wooden pavilion was built in the early 1900s. Folks attempting to escape the summer's heat were automatically drawn to Menor Beach. By the 1930s, Andrews Road from Salida Road to the lake took on a carnival-type atmosphere with penny arcades, a dance hall, and rides and games at Menor Beach Playland. Although the park is located in Menor-on-the-Lake, it has been the property of the city of Menor since 1963, when Menor Township and Menor Village became one. William Boyd moved to Menor in 1949. Bill was a township zoning inspector, a Menor Township trustee, and became Menor Council president in 1971. Well, we're sitting at one of our nicer parks today, Menor Beach Park. You have a little bit of history here, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're very fortunate in that it is a Menor Beach Park because Menor-on-the-Lake gave up their assets in this park.
When the city of Menor was formed, assets belonging to Menor Township were divided between Menor-on-the-Lake and the new city of Menor.
Wayne Davis, who was the solicitor for Menor at the time, said, you know, Bill, he said, if you just go and settle this thing for a cash settlement with Menor-on-the-Lake, he said, I think that they might do that. I and a couple others said, we don't really think so. I mean, that means that this park is going to be right in the middle of Menor-on-the-Lake, owned by the city of Menor. We made them a cash settlement offer and they grabbed it, so with no strings attached. I mean, we didn't have to provide them access to the park. We didn't have to do anything. I mean, they just took the cash.
Menor Beach Park is an extraordinary park. Its position on the lake, its history, the traditions that are embodied in the park, and its facilities are extraordinary in a very special way. It has some active components. Soccer is played here and some of the other small field sports. We do have an active pavilion, but the beauty of Menor Beach Park is that you can come here and relax. It is a wonderful passive area to come and sit and enjoy a sunset, enjoy the lapping of the waves down on the shoreline, and to come with one's family and take in some of the best things about being a city on Lake Erie.
What do you remember about Menor Beach Park during those days?
Well, Menor Beach Park during those days, of course, was very much a family-oriented affair. The swimming was the beach and the swimming were the big items. We had an indoor concession stand in here that was run by the park managers.
A new building, including a pavilion and bathhouse, was constructed in 1937. At its peak, the park had more than 300 feet of beach, and people would walk for miles along the shore.
Well, this was still while the township had it before we even merged. The last thing we did was to put in an additional 300 feet of sidewalk out to the beach in addition to what was already there, because people were complaining it was too hard to walk through the sand so far out.
But in the last several decades, the lake levels have risen and the vast beach has disappeared.
Certainly back in the 60s, we didn't know as much about erosion and the movement of sand on Lake Erie as we do now. Council set aside funds to work also with our neighbor, the city of Menor-on-the-Lake, for an erosion control project that involved Menor Beach Park and areas adjacent. And it has really stabilized the situation on the beach. Although the beach has diminished considerably from what it was in its heyday, the steps that have been taken have helped to ensure that the erosion is now under control. So it's a matter of really managing and taking pride and stewardship in this asset that we're so pleased to have under the city's control and city's management and making the most of it for all residents.
Back in 1973, members of the Menor Senior Center began holding regular meetings in this pavilion at Menor Beach Park. The seniors loved this area and stayed here until 1979, when the city purchased a new building on Hart Street due to growing membership. In recent years, the park has seen numerous aesthetic and functional improvements.
City Council set aside the funds to do a major renovation of what was the original picnic and dance pavilion here on the Menor Beach Park grounds, and it resulted in the creation of new handicapped accessible restrooms.
The pavilion is used by the Recreation Department for classes and special events. The 2 large rooms are also available for rent. The stairs leading down to the water allow visitors a safe access for beautiful sunsets.
Also in the last 3 to 5 years, funds were set aside and the city was able to install a much enhanced playground for children in the area to enjoy. And it is a state-of-the-art playground with all the safety enhancements that you would expect.
Take advantage of the amenities at Menor Beach Park. Its lush wooded grounds offer a beautiful site for picnics, and you'll always have a great view of Lake Erie.